All right. It's PFS Tib with Deep South Trading LLC. Another adventurous day with Take Profit Trader. All right, let's see what happened. All right, I took my first trade approximately around 7:44 Central Standard Time. We got in here at 61 and a half. And we hit 62 and a half and we got out. We made our first trade for a total profit of 137.76 after commissions. So you can see my background was green. You know, and the trade was good for that. My 1 minute chart, the background was green also. But what I had right here was I was longing into a pivot point. I need price to be away from the pivot. And another thing was the price was too far away from my 34 MA. We were way up here. You know, I needed something closer like this trade here, or actually this bar would have been a good entry. Now let me go back to the 5 range. I was looking at something earlier. Excuse me. All right, so let's go back to 7:44 this morning. Okay. All right. So I got in there. I got my 1 point on that one. So we came back. Here was a good entry, but I decided to go long again at 750, which was, let's see, where's that entry at? Okay, right here. I'm not sure why. This was really a horrible trade. I got in at 61. Really don't like this trade at all. Can't see where the entry was at. Oh, I guess it was right here, huh? No, I got in at 63. Here at 63, I went long. Got stopped down here at 61. All right, the trade setup was actually here. We came down, we rejected the pivot and the 34 EMA. You can see my McDaddy cross here. I did get a cross here. I think is why I took that short. I mean, I should have been taking a short, not a long. So anyway, this was just a horrible trade for me. All the way around, it was messed up, okay? The 8 EMA was pointing down. So if anything, it should have been a short trade. Even if I got 61 and a quarter, I still would have made my point coming down. But I'm on the pivot point. Not a good trade. I'm trading down. I would have been trading down to the pivot. But instead, for some reason, I took a long here. Not sure why. It was a horrible trade, so that was a loss. Well, I got a little flustered, and I decided, well, I'm going to take a short. Okay, so I ended up taking a short here. I think it's 61. And then I got stopped out at 63. It should have been taking a long. I mean, because here was my long trade. You know, the reject of the 34. And then I should have been long on top of this bar, and I'd have got my point. Not a good trade. So we went on. I was pretty close to my daily loss, which is 500 after 2 stop outs, because I was trading 3 contracts. So my stop outs were about $312 on those trades. Here was a good entry here. I like this trade here. You know, on this bar for a short, that would have been a good one. We rejected the 34 MA, broke below the pivot. You got a little bit out of it. McDaddy crossed back here. We were still below it. ADX is turning green. CCI line is broke. You can see the 14 broke the yellow line, which is the 8 SMA. So my filter was working. My 50 CCI crossed below the 100, telling me we're probably going to go down some more. You can see the 50 CCI broke below the 150 line, and away we went. Had a little pullback to the 34. This would have been an excellent entry. Load the boat. You know, that'd have been really, really good. The 1 minute was breaking below. So then around 8:33, which why in the world would I want to take an entry right there after the open? I mean, here we open and we just go sideways. I mean, there's nothing here. Why in the world did I want to trade this mess? I have no idea. I was antsy. I knew I was down. I was wanting to, try to make something back up. And I mean, look at the MACD. Look at the CCI. It's crap. I mean, this is like a no trade zone. All right, so here, we kind of broke down here, and I said, well, you know what? Let me go short. Well, where did I go short at? 44.25? Way the heck down here. The short was here. If I was going to take one, the entry would have been here. But I'm short 44.25 down here. I think on this green bar actually is what it looks like here. Well, when price came back up against me, since I was so close to the 500 stop, it just stopped me out. So I ended up losing 573.96 after commissions. Take profit had a $500 daily loss. I broke a rule, therefore I'm disqualified, and I no longer have the account. So today was day 5, if I'm not mistaken. So text my mentor, talk to Martin to see what he says, and he thinks that the 25K account with the $500 daily loss is a little too small for the way we trade. He suggests I use a larger account. So I'm probably going to go ahead and sign up for the 150K in a little bit. Talked to some other traders I know. They all said basically the same thing. Martin has just passed the Top Step Trader, and he got funded with them. So curious to see how that's going with him. I'll talk to him midweek next week and see how he's doing. But anyway, I mean, the strategy works. I failed to follow my rules. So the point of this video is to tell you 2 things are very important. Patience. Wait for the setups, okay? Got the error. I'm in the red. It's a good short signal. Patient, patient, patient. I don't have the error here, but this is a good short signal. Everything's pointing down. We got the arrow here. This is a pivot reject. I could have taken this where the error was at. I mean, we got an excellent move. I mean, here's one contract, 550. If I'm trading 3, you're talking about 1650. I mean, just excellent trades today. There was no reason for me to have blown that account today. Was trading off my phone. I do struggle with data connection, but still, it's not an excuse. So, all right. Well, if I decide to go ahead and do that 150 tonight, I'll be posting a video tomorrow letting you know how it goes. All right, everyone. Have a good evening. Remember, patience and discipline. Follow your rules. Write your rules down. All right. Later.